The United Kingdom, what was once the world's largest empire, is now just a rainy island struggling with Brexit, a resigning prime minister, and a super spy who probably has 1,000 STDs. And on top of all of that, now they have to deal with Trump.
The president and first lady touched down in England early this morning for the 3-day state visit with one of America's closest allies.
The first family received a royal welcome at Buckingham Palace from Queen Elizabeth. Her Majesty then hosted a private lunch and afternoon tea for the Trumps. They then toured the palace's royal collection of art and historic gifts.
The Queen did, in fact, give to President Trump a first edition of a Winston Churchill book on the Second World War called Second World War.
That's right. The Queen's gift for Donald Trump was a book. Either she doesn't know Trump, or she's trolling him. Why would you give Donald Trump a book? Everyone knows the man doesn't read. I wish I was there when the Queen gave him his gift. She was like, here you go, Donald, a book about World War II. It's like, wow, this is sad. Yes, many lives were lost. No, I mean the fact that I have to read. It's so sad. For real, though, Donald Trump has no use for a book. It's a useless gift. It's like giving Stevie Wonder a fish tank. It's like, so what's happening now, Stevie, is the blue one is swimming at the top, and now the yellow one is swimming in a... You know, you'd love it. You'd love it. I didn't think this through. Now, I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked if the Queen was actually trolling Donald Trump, right? Because over the weekend, he was in the news for a comment that he made about Princess Meghan Markle. And as if that wasn't bad enough, before he landed in the UK, he was also trading blows with the mayor of London.
As President Trump was departing for London last night, he took a shot at that city's mayor, Sadiq Khan, who's been a sharp critic of the president.
Before even landing on British soil, he tweeted his disdain for London Mayor Sadiq Khan, whom he describes as a stone-cold loser. The two are not scheduled to meet.
I don't think much of him. I think that he's the twin of de Blasio, except shorter.
Wait, what? That's a really weird diss. This guy's shorter than Bill de Blasio. Yeah, everyone is shorter than Bill de Blasio. Guy's like 7 feet tall. It's like someone being like, haha, this guy's less money than Jeff Bezos. Yeah, that's all of us. It's also impressive that Donald Trump started a beef with London's mayor while he was still in the air. He sent his tweets ahead of... It's almost like he sends his beefs ahead of him so that he has something to do when he lands. Yeah? Because otherwise, he'd just have to pick a fight with a random palace guard, you know? Just be like, nice hat, loser. Porn from the 70s called. They want their Bush back. Now, Trump didn't just go to the UK to roast the royal family and little de Blasio. No. He also went there to share some of that political acumen that he's so famous for.
The president's already inflamed tensions here by weighing in on the fiery debate over the country's planned departure from the European Union. After criticizing embattled Prime Minister Theresa May during his last visit, now suggesting the pro-Brexit former mayor of London, Boris Johnson, would be a good candidate to succeed May, who leaves office this week.
He's been a friend of mine. He's been very nice. I have a very good relationship with him.
Okay. Oh, okay. We all see it, right? We're all seeing the same thing. Yeah, of course he likes him. The UK is on the verge of electing a prime minister who looks exactly like Donald Trump. I mean, look at these guys. I've never seen two people who both look like failed clones of each other. Like, these guys look so much alike that if they wanted to, they could pull a parent trap, switch places, and no one would notice. Yeah, at least until Boris sent a tweet with no typos, and then people would be like, wait a minute. So, between sticking his nose in British politics and fighting with the mayor, Trump hasn't made the greatest impression, which probably explains why the British haven't exactly rolled out the red carpet.
Mr. Trump will not stay overnight in Buckingham Palace. He will not ride in an open carriage, as other state visitors have done. And he will not be allowed to address Britain's Parliament.
If you're wondering why isn't he staying at Buckingham Palace, as George W. Bush did and as Barack Obama did, that is because apparently they are having massive renovations.
Really? Really? All 52 bedrooms in Buckingham Palace are being renovated at the same time? All of them? Come on, man. Like, I know you don't want Trump to stay there, but that's a terrible excuse. Because now I'm picturing the Queen being like, Donald, I really tried to get your room, but the manager said no. I'm sorry, Donald, it's above me now. It's like, please, everyone else stays here. I'm sorry, Donald, the Best Western is next door. So, that was day one of Trump's visit to the UK. And we'll check in on how things go tomorrow after he meets with Prime Minister Theresa May and gives her an extra special gift, a book about World War II.